book lovers, welcome back to Shelf Addiction, the podcast where we dive deep into the pages of thriller and fantasy reads. I'm your host, Tamara, and today we are covering our October thriller buddy read, a true traditional horror book. Get ready. But first, a quick heads up, if you crave the full visual experience and want to ditch the ads, head on over to our Patreon. You'll unlock ad-free video episodes, exclusive after shows, and other bonus content. If you prefer audio only, Spreaker listeners, you too now have access. After shows and exclusives are there as well. Plus, new to Spotify. If you are a supporter, you can watch our videos on Spotify. So that's a fun thing. So go ahead and join us and you can have access to all of this stuff. If you want even more bookish banter, join our community over on the Book Club's app. It's free and we'd be happy to have you. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review wherever you're listening. Speaking of community, I'm thrilled to welcome back my fabulous thriller mystery co-host and friend, Classy from the Bookish Virtual Assistant. Welcome back, girl.
Fabulous. Hey.
Fabulous.
I had to flip my hair for that.
Yeah.
Hi, Tamara. How you doing?
Cold. How are you?
Oh, yeah. It's 65 here, but these nights have been chilly.
See, I messed around and cracked the windows because, I like to sleep cool, but I effed up. It was a little too cool. I woke up in the morning and the minute I pushed the covers away, I was like, it's freezing. It was
But you slept like a baby, though.
I did, but it was like 59 degrees in my room. It was very cold, but bundled under the covers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm
it's
like,
that time.
It's time to close the windows.
Yeah.
I'm not turning the heat on, but I'm closing the windows.
I did the other day just tonight because it was like 40 something in the house. It was 40 outside and it was probably maybe like 62, 63. And I was like, just knock the chill off. And then I turned it back up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then I went and put on some layers to work
put
in.
on some layers, grab some hot tea, put on the fuzzy socks.
Mm-hmm.
We can make it one more month.
Yes, girl. Oof. I'm still trying to get over that electric bill.
Can we get like a month of reprieve before we have another high bill, please?
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, fun times. In the Midwest, yay.
It'll be 80 next week. Who knows?
No, actually, I think it's going to reach 70 in a couple days.
See, yeah.
So, yeah, that sounds about right. Okay.
All right.
Well, as always with book chats, we talk full spoilers here. So, spoiler alert, you've been warned. Today, we are discussing the book Incidents Around the House, written by Josh Mallerman. The audiobook is narrated by Delaney Nicole Gill. It was published on June 25th, 2024 by Del Rey and Random House Audio. The hardcover is 367 pages, and the unabridged audio comes in at 8 hours and 23 minutes. Classy, would you kindly share the synopsis?
I will. I'm reading it from Goodreads, a chilling horror novel about a haunting told from the perspective of a young girl whose troubled family is targeted by an entity she calls Other Mommy. This story is from New York Times bestselling author of Bird Box. To 8-year-old Bella, her family is her world. There's Mommy, Daddo, and Grandma Ruth. But there is also Other Mommy, a malevolent entity who asks her every day, "Can I go inside your heart?" I had to do it like that. I heard it so many times. I'm sorry. Okay, back to the synopsis. When horrifying incidents around the house signal that Other Mommy is growing tired of asking Bella the same question over and over, Bella understands that unless she says yes, soon her family must pay. Other Mommy is getting restless, stronger, and bolder. Only the bonds of family can keep Bella safe, but other incidents show cracks in her family's marriage. The safety Bella relies on is on the brink of unraveling, but Other Mommy needs an answer. Incidents Around the House is a chilly, wholly unique tale of true horror told by the child Bella, a story about a family as haunted as their home. That's, okay, yeah. Well, I say because I don't know if you read the synopsis before we read this.
I didn't.
I didn't either, but now that I'm reading the synopsis, the story is kind of making even more sense to me. And I'm kind of glad I didn't read the synopsis,
Mhm.
maybe, but yeah, some things kind of clicked for me.
Okay. That's
Yes.
great.
Hmm.
Well, um, before we get into our initial thoughts, I did wanna say watched the Bird Box movie, but I never read the book. So this is my first time reading Josh Mallerman, and high level, I was impressed with it. Um, I liked it more than I thought I would, to be honest.
Okay.
I was getting the Conjuring vibes off of this book in a
Oh,
serious way. All they needed was the Conjuring couple to come in and clear the house.
see, I have never even read. Is Conjuring a movie or book?
Yeah, it's a movie series.
I've never seen that. And see, I'm not a big horror
Okay.
reader, so I tried watching Bird Box and got really bored and stopped.
Oh,
I did.
I liked it. Oh, okay.
I did. I got bored. Just yeah. Yeah. Is Bird Box the one where everybody was silent? No,
I
this was
think
Sandra Bullock,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, that's it with Sandra Bullock.
And they were quiet, like, everybody had to be quiet. Was that the one?
Yeah, I think okay, I feel like they had, she had coverings over her eyes. It
That one.
Yeah,
That
the
one. Okay.
yeah.
The quiet one was with, another woman and her husband, the guy who
Mhm.
played in The Office.
Right.
His okay. Yeah, but, yeah, I got bored with both of those.
I liked them both. See, I like a good creep factor, and
Yeah.
I think those provided that, even though they were more like sci-fi than like horror to me. I guess it's a subgenre of horror, but it
Okay.
wasn't like the traditional ghostly, ooh, scary horror. It was kind of
Yeah.
like, horror of something extraterrestrial coming.
Yeah, like an entity, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
some kind of entity, yeah. But
Mhm.
no, yeah, this story, um, definitely creepy. I liked it more than I expected. I mean, I came into it not expecting anything really because I hadn't read anything about him.
Mhm.
I was thoroughly impressed by this narrator who really made the story even more enjoyable for me. It brought it to life. Um, I was a little confused with some things, so I'm kind of glad that I read it early so it can sit with me, so I
Mhm.
can kinda, like, now why? Because even with any story, you're going to get your own interpretation. You know what I mean? Like, the author can say this is what he thought, but the joy of reading is everybody has their own interpretation.
Mhm.
But I will say, um after sitting with it, I did begin to understand or believe what I thought this story meant and, began to see, like, yeah, this is a more traditional horror-like story compared to the one we read last year, which
Mhm.
could be considered horror, but
It
there's
is. They're just
yeah.
different subgenres, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did. Uh, when I finished the book I was like, "Holy cow." But now I look at the synopsis, and this is what stuck out to me when I was reading it, and I was like, "Oh, Bella understands that unless she says yes, soon her family must pay."
Yeah. I
And I
felt
didn't
that
get
throughout the book.
Yeah,
She kept, kinda
pushing her.
indicating, like, "Will other mommy
It's a
do
bargain.
something?" Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I
Mhm.
felt that too, but then, like, but I was like but, not understanding horror or being a horror reader, I was like, "Maybe, maybe not," but then reading
Mhm.
this, I was like, "Oh," because it was a trade-off,
Yeah, it definitely
like
was.
and then so yeah. So, I'm like, "Okay, yay, I get
Yeah, so at the end of
it."
the book, I thought, dang it, I knew it." Like, I knew she would give in eventually. It was just how long could the little girl hold off?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I knew at the end, that other mommy would win. She got everything she wanted, and everyone in that family lost. Everybody.
Uh-huh.
So, I
Yeah.
was like, I love the ending because of how it ended. That is true horror to me. You're not gonna have a happy ending. The sun not gonna come out. And, even when you think about, like, Freddy, right? Freddy Krueger. The sun comes out, they think they're happy, they're skipping off in their car, and guess what? Freddy's in the fucking house. He's not gone. So, this is like, true horror. Like, this is a horrible ending for that family because they couldn't get it together. They could not get it together. They were in Deluluville as
Yeah,
to
big
dealing
time.
with, yeah, they didn't wanna acknowledge what they were dealing with,
Yeah. Yeah,
and that
and
cost
not
them.
just that entity where the Delulu that they were dealing with, their whole life, like, their life was the horror, and they
Mm,
couldn't get it together,
mhm.
their marriage, um, the husband was definitely Delulu, um, you know, and I think it's because he loved Ursula so much that he overlooked because he knew what he was getting into when he married her,
Look, he
but
knew what she was when they
when
was
he
cheating together.
thank you. And that's what I saw too, is that this family is just the family is just as haunted as other mommy in this the house. And it seemed like every time something was revealed to Bella about her family, other mommy showed up and she got stronger. You know,
Yeah.
like at the party. Yeah, like at first I didn't get it, but then Um, for example, like the first incident, we see her outside of the house because
Mhm.
other mommy came back that night and she smelled like somebody else. She took
Mhm.
Bella to the park. She's sitting on the bench talking to the other mother, and here comes other mommy showing up. And then at the party, when they had the party, they smoke weed, they drink, you do your own thing. But anyway, but Bella sees mommy with the dude kissing or whatever, or not kid, but they're close. She could tell that, hey, this
Something's
isn't
not
just
right.
yeah, that this isn't just a friend from the party. And who shows up? Other mommy.
Yeah, I think that other mommy is this interesting, like, duology of things. So, there's a lot of mental things going on with Bella, and some of it you wonder, or at least I wonder, is she, like, kind of forcing other mommy to show up because of her own things she's dealing with? But
Uh-huh.
on the flip side, which on one part makes you wanna feel like other mommy isn't real, but she is real because other people outside that house have seen her.
Mhm.
So that entity of other mommy is indeed real, but did she conjure her up?
Right. Did she manifest her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because at first it's like, okay, she's her imaginary friend. I had an
Mhm.
imaginary friend. And a lot of times they will say children have imaginary friends as like a protective mechanism.
Mhm.
And they always say kids, they don't know anything, or you think you're protecting your children, but children can feel and see things that we don't know, that are unbeknownst to us that we think. And I think that's one of the things other mommy is. She's protecting Bella in a way, but I also feel like Bella was holding in a lot of things that she had seen. And like you said, that's how other mommy came to be, and she conjured her up with all those strong
Yeah.
emotions.
Yeah. Because even if, like, we look at it at the most, like, let's look at it at face value. So let's say that other mommy was in that house the whole time. Like, there was something there. But
Mhm.
until Bella gave the indication that, "Hey, there's something here to exploit," she probably
Um,
woulda never showed her face.
yeah.
But
It's like she
because
gave her a license to come
yes.
on. Yeah. Yeah, and it was at first I didn't get those tales that her parents were telling her at the bed.
That is so irresponsible. That is a child. Of course, the kid is listening to you.
Yeah. But I had also heard from some review, somebody felt like that was other mommy feeding Bella the
It could have
stories
been. At
from
times, it could have been.
yeah, that was really other mommy, feeding them some of those stories that she had heard in the house.
Well, I know, and I should have marked the scene, but there was one distinct scene where it was other mommy acting like her
Yes.
mother.
Yes, that
And
was
then the
the
mother, that's when the mother first saw her. She was like, "Oh
mhm.
my god, we gotta get out of here right now."
Yes, because Bella
Um,
thought it was the dad coming up the stairs while
uh-huh,
mommy is confessing, and
uh-huh.
she wants to, like, say, "Shut up, mama, shut up,
Yeah,
daddy can hear you," but
right,
no.
and it
Yeah.
wasn't. So we know at least one time the entity was faking like her mother.
Mhm.
Maybe more than one,
Yeah.
because it needed her to do what it wanted, so kinda shoving her in that direction. And
Mhm.
I think the entity also did that at the end. Her grandmother, when they came back to that house, the grandmother was already gone.
Mhm.
That was other mommy the entire time,
Yeah. Giving her that little spiel about your heart and letting people come into your heart
and
and
have lots
forgiving.
of rooms in your house and all this stuff. I'm
And
like,
I was
"What?"
like, yeah, yeah, that was because I was listening, I'm like, "This is a heck of a story." I'm
Mhm,
like, for one, Bella just had to hear her damn mom confess this huge ass story at the beach about her not being Russ's child,
mhm.
and then she comes home to her grandmama with this story, and I'm like, "You guys are giving a whole lot to this 8-year-old."
Well, because so because of their friend or Russ's friend, they thought they thought that it was all about her innocence, and by breaking that innocence, it would break the hold that other mommy had on her, like, she would not want her anymore, she wouldn't be as attractive to her. So that's the reason why they did that. They said, "Well, what's the biggest secret we got that will crush a little kid's soul?" And it's that.
Yeah, yeah.
And it did not work out because the little girl, okay, remember when we were texting, we were trying to figure out how old this little girl was?
Yeah, and it was right in the damn synopsis. I thought that too, yeah.
Yeah. But apparently, I think we were close.
Yeah, we did say she had to be about 8, no more than
Yeah,
6, yeah.
yeah, but this little girl was very smart. She's very intuitive because she knew what the goal of them telling that story was. So she said, "I don't see her. It's fine. We're good." Like, "You little liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire."
Yeah, but do you know what though? That's a child.
Yeah.
A child one of the main goals for a child is to protect their parents or please their parents, and she realized that, "You know what? I can't win this. I'm just gonna tell them." Yeah. And I know a lot of people felt like you did or wanted to say, "She did some stupid things, and why would she do she if I was 8, I wouldn't or
No,
I
I
was smarter than
honestly,
that was 8." And I
8
was like,
years old, you're, like, going into the 3rd grade or you're in the 3rd grade.
"Your brain isn't even fully
No.
there's people who aren't even 25 that makes good decisions because your frontal lobe isn't developed."
As an adult, it was frustrating to watch, but none of it
Thank you.
surprised me. None of it,
Exactly.
because she's a child. So I'm
Yes.
like, that is what a child would do, but if only she could just tell, but a kid wouldn't.
Well,
Especially, yeah, go ahead.
no, and you're right, a kid wouldn't, and like you said with that telling, this whole house was keeping secrets. You know? And that's another thing that I felt like other mommy was doing, like, "Here's all these secrets, but let me tell you something.
But you know what,
Your
though?
mama is a cheater."
I
I didn't
know.
cheat, you know what I mean? Like,
But,
other mommy
I
was like
understand from the perspective of the adults too. You don't
mhm.
tell
Oh,
a
definitely.
eight-year-old that.
Nope.
And Russ said it, like, "Yeah, it was a secret, but we weren't trying to, like, keep it from you, but you're too young. When do you
Yeah, to
tell a
understand.
child that?"
Yeah.
When do you say that kind of thing to some kid? I wouldn't even know, like, when do you
Yeah,
break the news?
right. Right, because every child, their maturity level is different. But
Yeah.
in this story, them not telling was fine. It was totally understandable. But Bella still felt that something in this marriage was not, you know what I mean? That's that thing where kids I don't want my parents to get divorced, or, you could tell that the love is not the same, which Bella often mentioned. Other mommy, like, she would go to dad would go to kiss mommy and mommy would turn her head, or mommy used to say goodbye when she left for work, or she used to come straight, you know what I mean? So those little things that I really enjoyed about Josh telling this story, and especially from a child's point of view, that even though they kept this secret, Bella still noticed the breaks in the family.
As all
And
kids do. Kids are always
yeah,
watching. They are always
always.
watching. Like, I remember being a kid, seeing and hearing things I bet my parents didn't know I heard or saw.
Mhm. Yeah.
So,
Yep.
kids are always in the background overhearing what
Mhm.
you're saying.
Yeah, or they can tell
Yeah.
that a change has
Mhm.
come, and that's what I was saying too, like, I felt like whenever she felt these strong changes in the family, that's when other mommy began to show up, and,
Yeah,
um, I think him telling it first person from an 8-year-old was genius.
it was.
Um, it ramped up the creep factor because I know a lot of people hate stories told from a child's point of view because it's always extra creepy because it's a kid. I mean, how many horror movies do we see from a kid's point of view? But not just that, that voice, the narrator's voice, um, just all of it. It was it was good. I enjoyed it. I
I
really
think
did.
the author did a good job balancing Bella because obviously she's a child and we need to remember that throughout the story. But also, she's kind of a mature 8-year-old, so she was able to tell an adult story as well.
Mhm.
Um, so it's an interesting thing that that character was able to kinda straddle the line a little bit, which made it interesting for us as adults to read. Because if he leaned too hard one way or the other, we wouldn't have believed Bella. Because if she
Mm,
was too childlike, we'd be like, "Oh my god, this is so stupid." Or if she was too adult-like, we'd be like, "This is not how a child would act."
I like that statement you just
So,
made.
yeah,
That was yeah. That w that's a good point. That is a
mm,
very good point. Yeah,
yeah. He
very
did that
good.
very, very well.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Eh
That chef's kiss on that one.
mhm.
Mhm. Yeah. Um, the only and other than that, like, since we bragged about all the things that we did enjoy, I just wanna kinda go with something that I thought I wanted more of from this story, because we mentioned I know I mentioned it to you that, Ursula got on my damn nerve. She was
Mhm.
mean, she something was wrong. Ursula had a backstory,
Mhm.
and we didn't get it. I felt like mommy and dad and daddo were very one-dimensional,
Mhm.
um, and I would have loved to know why Ursula was so upset about things, because some of the things that she was upset about to me was just so minute. But,
Like what? What do you mean?
um, like when Russ would say, "We'll figure this out." "Russ, you always say that." She always felt like he had the rose-colored glasses on, and it was like, what's so wrong with the rose-colored glasses? You know,
Mhm.
especially when in the face of a child who is going through some things. I know there's some things that, um, like she would just blow up. And
Mhm.
and for me, for a woman to blow up like that over I felt like some things that were really simple, there was a backstory to it. Like when they got to the neighbor's house and the way she acted at the neighbor's house, I'm just like, "Bitch, this is not
It's not your
your house.
house. Get the fuck out.
This is not your house."
I don't owe you anything. What is this?
Yes. "That's real something of you." And I'm like, "Wayne, you better be glad you got over here for as long as you did because you're acting like you're on drugs right now."
After you
Like, the way
dragged
that
your ghost along with you, get the
yeah,
hell
and
out of
I
here.
mean, before they revealed that something was following them, she act like she had been high as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, the neighbors
Mhm.
are and the parents have a new baby, they're fucking scared, like, "What in the hell did we just let into our house?"
Mhm.
But she would just blow up about some of the simplest things.
Yeah.
But, like, after we found out, maybe about that she cheated all the time and she wasn't happy and these type of things, but there's still something else I felt There was still an underlying story to her.
There was, but without getting another POV, we wouldn't have gotten it.
No.
There's just no way, unless
No.
the grandmother wanted to talk about how her daughter was as a child,
Yeah.
which it never happened.
No.
But that's the
But
only way we would have gotten more insight to her, because obviously she
unless
was
it
an
was told at the
alcoholic.
bedside.
Well, she was an alcoholic for a while when she
Mhm.
was with her first husband.
Right.
But for her to be like that, what happened what happened before?
Yeah. What caused the alcoholism? Was she abused? Was she in an abusive marriage? All those type of things. And like you said, uh, her POV, or if she was bedside telling her little story, that was it. Yeah, because I was like, we knew she was a cheater, and she was made to be the villain in this story.
Yeah,
And
she is the kind of person that should never have a child.
definitely.
She had no business with the
Mm-mm.
child.
No. She is the reason why just because you can procreate doesn't mean you need to give birth. You should have given that child, yeah. Or this is a real reason, when if somebody wants to have an abortion, because you're gonna have a child you're gonna resent or not love fully.
And I think she loved her child, but I do think
Yeah,
she resented her
yeah.
because she wants to have fun. She
Mhm.
wants to live her life and not be tied down to this child and her deadbeat, well, in her eyes, her boring ass
And husband,
husband.
that's what he
He's
was.
not a deadbeat, he was boring.
Mhm.
She likes the adventure. She likes to drink. She likes to have fun. She's a party girl in her heart.
Yeah.
And I feel like she gave it the good old college try, as they say. But
And I think she only gave it the good old college try because she got pregnant. If she
yeah,
didn't get pregnant, I don't think she would have ever married him.
right. And we don't know how
She settled.
long she's been cheating on Russ. We don't know if this has been a couple years or a couple months of this.
She mentioned it was the entire marriage.
Oh, well, she's been cheating off and on with different people the entire marriage
Yeah, I
then.
think she did say she had been cheating for 5? No, whatever it was. Yeah, I think it was a majority of the marriage, I'll just say
So
that.
that tells me, obviously, Ursula had a lot of things she had not dealt with.
Mhm.
She had a lot of issues, and Russ just, I guess, was the eternal optimist. Like, whatever it is, we'll deal with it, even if he didn't want to.
Yeah. And that,
And
yeah.
yeah, it created a very toxic relationship, which the child could feel. She might not be able to understand why it's that way.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, maybe somebody who feels so imperfect feels resentment towards someone who acts so perfect all the time.
Mhm.
Maybe that's what she hates about Russ.
Yeah, because I think she even mentioned that she did some of this stuff hoping he would, like, pay attention. And she's like, "You knew about this, you even agreed to it." And I'm like, "He may have, because you guys get high,
Mhm.
so you may have done or said something under the influence."
Yeah. It
Um
wouldn't surprise me if he's brushed other things, especially if she has been cheating their entire marriage
Mhm.
off and on with different people. Then I'm sure she's gotten caught up once or twice, and he chose to look the other way for some reason.
Yeah, right. Because even, Bella, because I can't remember, after one of the young ladies saw other mommy at the party, she spent the night with that girl to make sure she was okay, but she had told Bella she was somewhere else. And remember when she told her, and Bella was like, "Yeah, mommy told Dado that she, was, staying the night with whatever I'll just say Lois Anthony, I know it wasn't her, but she didn't." So, you know what I mean? Like, this child is catching on with all your actions.
I don't know how Ursula is so sloppy with it. Like, if you're a old pro at cheating, get your story right.
Influence the drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much alcohol. I know that one night they were drinking a lot.
Yeah. Oh, when they
Actually,
were at,
their
gosh.
party night, because they had to get a babysitter to watch their kids so they could drink freely.
Mhm.
And then when they went to the mom's friend's
Friend's
house,
house.
they were
Woo!
drinking like no one's business.
Woo!
Like, they were trying to be it's like they couldn't sleep without knocking themselves out from
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah. They did not want to deal with what they were going through.
Okay, this is a great time to take a break because I know there are more things to talk about, but we're going to take a break by listening to these commercials. You are supporting the podcast. And don't forget to pick up a copy of the Book Review Journal available right now on Amazon, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I know there's a lot of other things to talk about in this book that happened.
There's lots of incidents around the house.
There are lots of incidents around the house. I gotta say, though, just like pulling back to look at a high level again, I really love that this was just exactly what I asked for. What I asked for got delivered because I wanted something creepy. And for y'all that don't know me, it takes a lot to creep me out, but ghosts are my soft spot. For some reason, like I could see a slasher, whatever, Freddy Krueger, whatever, serial killer, whatever. It takes a lot. But for some reason, the ghost just gives me the chills. And this gave me the chills when the author would describe other mommy coming out the closet. Hey, is it okay if I come out here with
And
you?
she's girl.
Yeah,
when she did that spider crawl on the beach, I was
Yes.
like, that is not a doll.
No. And she's like got her eyes and stuff on other parts of her face. She's looking kind of weird. I'm like, how is Bella not scared of that entity or ghost? Why is she not scared of her? Like the way she's looking, I'm very confused by her lack of fear.
And that was another reason why I felt like, because she said we were friends at one time. That's why I feel like this was her imaginary friend at first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the more things got worse, the scarier.
She got.
Yeah. Because I thought that same thing. And I was like, so why would she say, I think we were friends at one time?
Yeah, she wasn't sure though, but I think she wanted to be friends with her at one point. And I think so the first
And
time
that's why I feel like she wasn't afraid, because we were friends at once. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
well,
Like,
in her opinion, because I don't think they were ever friends.
no,
She just
but
needed a friend.
yes. And that's why she wasn't afraid. She kind of looked scared, but she was getting bolder.
Look,
But
she
that's why I
looks
feel like that.
scary. She smells bad.
But you know what? In horror movies, because I don't watch a whole lot, but some, that's like one of those things, like when it starts getting stronger, the scent, right? The look. And that's why I think too that she originally wasn't this ugly creature.
Yeah.
And to a
Well,
child who befriends somebody at first, you really got to change really bad for me not to want to trust you or, be that afraid of you.
mm-hmm. Well, she looks scary to me. From me, she seems scary to me. I'm like, the very first time she asked her, "Can I come into your house?" I'm like, "No, no." The answer is no, no. Say no.
And you know what? This is the funny thing. I used to be totally afraid. Like, I didn't like reading scary books, um, watching scary movies. None of this scared me like that.
No, I love being
It was
scared.
creepy, but I wasn't to the point where I was like,
Oh,
I was
it
just like,
creeps me out. I'm like,
okay. This is me trying to picture her in my head, like, okay, her eyes are here. I should have tried to draw. Yeah. And I was just like, have I turned into that person that can watch a horror movie and it
yes.
doesn't bother me?
You'll know. Watch some of the Conjuring movies. You'll know
All right,
if
let
you
me
can
write this
watch it.
down. Let me
Or
watch
watch the House on Haunted
that. That shit
Yeah.
wasn't scary at
Look,
all.
look though, there were some points like when the ghost came up to the father and the kid, I'm like, "Oh my god, oh my god."
Girl,
And the father's like, "Don't look."
I watched all that and I was just like,
See, the ghost is what gets me. For some reason, ghost
uh,
creeps me the fuck out. I don't know why,
The
but
Conjuring.
yeah,
Okay,
The Conjuring. And I watch them because I think it's fun. I'm like, yeah, I'm a little bit like on
now see,
edge, but it's fun.
now as a kid, Freddy Krueger,
Oh. So,
and I wonder now if I could watch Freddy. I probably can watch it now and it doesn't
see,
scare me. Maybe because it was the dream part.
Well,
But yeah, but
I
this
remember the
did not.
grossness of Freddy Krueger when I was a
Yeah,
kid, but
yeah.
me and Kevin actually started a rewatch of the Freddy movies, like, back in the summer, early summer,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like,
Were
"This
they
shit is
funny?
so stupid," and I'm like,
It's
"What?
funny
This
now, right?
it looks bad." I'm like, "What was I scared of? What did I think? Because it
But
looked
that's because
crazy."
it's evolved,
Yeah.
that's all. I mean,
Like,
you think
just
about, like,
nothing.
Bela Lugosi stuff, 'cause I was my grandmother was a big vampire fanatic, so me and Bela Lugosi, ooh, vampires,
Mhm.
so you think about that, that was scary, and then we get to Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers and all that, and now what they do, the CGI and all the dramatics and makeup is so different, so
Yeah.
but yeah, girl, this I was just yeah, and Stephen King shit, so I was like, I think I'm turning into that person that can watch. I mean, I will jump everyone like, if you do a jump scare, I will jump, but I won't be to the point where I'm just like, "Oh my god, I can't go to sleep. I'm gonna have
Look,
to
I
watch
know I
something
told this
planned
story
on."
before, but I'll tell it again for y'all that are new. When I was in my early 20s, I was off, it was a Saturday or something, I decided to watch Stephen King all fucking day. All day, I watched Stephen King stuff. Started in the morning with, like, The Stand. I watched all The Stand, you know, that miniseries, and, that wasn't that scary. I'm like, it's fine." And then I watched The Rose Red, The Ghost. Ghost is my soft spot. I watched that whole thing. It was very good, but I was, like, feeling a little creeped out, and by the end of the night, so I watched literally, like, 8 or 9 hours of this stuff I was watching, maybe a little longer. The boyfriend that I had at the time, it was dark outside, every single light in that apartment was on, even the light in the closets. So at some point, I just started getting up and turning on every light. The bathroom lights, the closet lights, every light was on. I'm like, "Oh, I must have went past the threshold." He came in like, "Why are all the lights on?" So
Had
I
you
can't
realized you had turned them all
not
on?
until he said, "Why are all the
Wow.
lights on?" So I must have just been unconsciously doing it because Rose Red is very creepy. That
Mm.
was it. That's what pushed me over the limit. I said, "Okay."
See, Road Red look, I'm gonna write this down. Probably can't find it on streaming for free, but
My
okay.
god, that shit freaked me the fuck out, and now, like, every time I think about it, I'm like, I know that's what it was, I just consumed too much of it at once, and so as it started getting darker, I'm just turning the lights on. But now, I feel like I can watch a lot of Stephen King stuff, his stuff doesn't really bother me, I'm gonna watch the It's thing when it comes out later this month, like, Back to Derry or whatever. Like, clowns don't scare me, I don't give a AF, I don't give a
Girl,
but
girl. That one coming out now that yeah, he was spooky and creepy as shit
yeah,
coming out of the drain, but yeah.
but
But
the
yeah,
ghost
now I'm, like, curious, like, it didn't bother me, so
other mommy, I'm like, "Get the hell out of here." I would've put a chair against that door or something, "Don't come out here." It's the minute she said, "Can I come out?" "No, go back in there."
right?
"No."
Oh,
And so she says she came out little by little, and then the next thing you know, she's, like, right next to her bed, like, talking to her. I'm like, "Ah, get back in the closet."
and again, that's why I think other mommy Bella had some control over her.
Yeah. She had
I
to
think
open the
Bella
door.
well, and
Yeah,
there's not exactly,
yeah.
because here's the thing, when they were over to the neighbor's house, here's a prime example, because as soon as you said that, I'm like, it came back to me, and the dad was like, "Hey, where's Ursula?"
Mhm.
"She's outside." "Oh, we think we just saw her upstairs." Who let other mommy up there? Because Bella knows she was on the phone with that dude. Bella knew, oh, other mommy was out late with her lover, and she didn't know lover, guys. I'm using other terminology, but she knew that that phone call was not a little friendly call with her friend Marsha.
Yeah.
She was on the phone with Frank. I believe that's who the lover is that died.
That other mommy murdered.
And look, she gave her a gift.
Yeah.
Excuse you.
She said, "Was that the gift? Is that what she was trying to give me?"
Mhm.
And then she started thinking, "Well, what else? What else could happen?"
So I'll take care of that for you, Bella. You want your family to be happy, right?
Yeah.
Take care of yeah. Other mommy won't have anybody to sleep with anymore. I mean, well, she's not gonna cheat on your dad anymore.
Well, not with that guy,
Yeah, exactly. Ooh,
which
child.
was crazy. You gonna go around here just offing people. It is. I've never seen. And that's what's new, I guess, in this story, like an entity that can just and I've seen situations where they say something can follow someone and not be tied to a specific place, but be tied to somebody. And that's kind of what's
Mm,
happening here. But now it's like operating on its own, killing people that are not even in that house.
yeah,
Like this thing can just jump closets, I don't know, and just come out wherever
I know.
and then be to the point where it could like physically hurt someone and not just scare them.
Yeah, and that was the weird part too. Like, I understood the manifestation of, Bella
Mhm.
manifesting her and giving her more power. But like you were saying, the part of her killing and, um, reincarnating in other people, because they were just like, "She's following Bella." Well,
Yeah.
how did she get grandma?
Yeah.
Ahead of time. So
Mhm.
those were just some things that I wasn't too sure about,
Mhm.
but the overall story and the premise of it, I got it and I liked it.
Yeah, and I liked again, like, I sometimes I think when it's all what is the word? Like, mental, when it's all made up, I don't really like that. Like, if it had turned out that other mommy wasn't real, I think I wouldn't have liked it. Because I
Mm,
think 2 things can be true. Little mommy could be, like, being fueled by Bella, right? But she can also be an entity in this world that is actually doing things, and I like the fact that the author made it clear that other people were seeing this. So,
yeah, it brought
because
the
if
story to life.
right, because if it was just a whole ass hallucination, I'd been like, "Ugh." I would've.
Right, and that was the thing too. That was that perfect blend in this story that it started with an 8-year-old,
Mhm.
which at first is unbelievable because, maybe we need to get her psychologically, checked out. Maybe she has some mental things, maybe and she may have. But now 'cause now that we're talking about this, god dang it. Not only did she manifest this entity, the secrets of the parents helped
Fueled it.
probably fueled her too.
Mhm.
Because how did the people at the party see yeah. Or even at the neighbor's house.
Or remember when they were all trying to get other mommy to go, like, her little circle of, like, people,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
actually talked to the one guy?
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
like, "Okay."
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
almost as if like the secrets in this house, regardless you guys leaving that house, all of you and your secrets have also manifested and made her stronger.
Mhm.
Because even okay, the more I'm talking this out, the more I'm getting and if I'm not getting Josh's version, I'm getting how I'm feeling about this story. So, at the beach when they tell her this story and how, big of a lie and trying to take Bella's innocence, now they've just made other mommy even freaking stronger. And what does she do? She beats them to the house
Mhm.
and kills grandma.
Mhm. And then okay, so do you think now this was kind of a little ambiguous, but did she kill the parents too?
Believe she did.
I thought she did. I was like, "Are they dead?"
They yeah, they were face down in
Yeah.
the carpet because
That's
nobody
what
had been drinking.
'cause that's what
They
I
weren't
thought.
drunk.
But then I'm like, "Okay, other mommy, so you take over Bella's body, you won't have an adult around."
No,
I don't
because
know.
grandma is gone,
Yeah.
and, like, did Bella go into the closet now? Like, what the fuck? What's
Where
going on?
I feel like Bella was going into wherever ghosts go. Maybe it was limbo, maybe it was
She was
wherever.
reincarnation yeah, but, I mean, Bella's gonna have to be because now she's reincarnated through Bella, so now Bella's gonna have yeah. I wasn't quite sure, and I wanted to leave it there because I was like, "That now you got me thinking way past where I need to go, Josh. Okay, she has taken over Bella's body, the end." That's how
Yeah.
I felt.
I
Yeah, I
think
was
she
just like
did take over her body,
yeah.
and sometimes, like, it makes me think of I can't remember what movie it was, but, like, where someone else kinda took over their body, but they were, like, in the back seat, like, they could maybe I read it in a book or something, I've seen that theme before, where
Oh,
they
you're
weren't
right.
completely gone, but they could not, like, speak or do anything.
Yes. Ooh, I can't remember, but you when you said
Yeah.
that, I do remember that. Somebody
Yeah.
said this story reminds them of the book Coraline by Neil Gaiman, which I
I
have
haven't
never
read it.
read before, but they
Mm,
said it kind of reminds them of that story,
mhm.
but yeah, I wish I could remember the name of it.
I thought of it. Serpent and Dove, that fantasy story, there was an entity that took over this girl's body. And, like, she could not, like, speak through it or get through it because it was like she was, like, not in the driver's seat of her own body. And I
Okay.
wonder if that's how it is for Bella, like, she might be, like, in this open house as they try to explain this house with many rooms.
Yeah,
Like, maybe she's kinda just wandering around in her own brain because she can't be in
yeah,
the front seat anymore. It's very strange.
and you wonder too, like, other mommy, was she another child prior to this? And they just keep reincarnating.
Maybe. I don't know because
'Cause,
we
you know,
never
that's
got
what
her
friends
origin
do.
either. It
'Cause
would
that's what
have
friends do.
yeah, that's what friends do, not this friend.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know because we never got an origin of her because they could never figure it out. They were flailing around, and that's why I think also it would have given me a little more satisfaction to have some real ghost people, some real ghost hunters, or some real spiritual
Yeah,
people that were able to deal with other mommy, because then it would have helped us figure out, well, what is she exactly?
yeah,
Is this something
right,
that keeps just doing this over and over again? Is this a one-off? What is it?
yeah, and the one, Lois Anthony, when she said, "At first I thought you were an empath, but not," and I can't and I should have wrote down what I felt when she said that,
Mhm.
because that was like a sign that kinda showed that this was an evil spirit. Just you know what I mean? Because an empath mean you know, you can feel other emotions of other people, but when Lois Anthony touched her, she got a totally different feel
She
for
couldn't feel I think she was anticipating that she would be able to see ghosts in general, and that
mhm.
she would be that empathic that she could just see ghosts, and that's not what she found. She found she was haunted,
Mhm.
basically,
Yep,
not the other way around,
yep.
so,
Mhm. And
hmm,
that's why she wanted to kinda chit chat with her, and so,
mhm,
yeah, there's probably so many layers to this story, um, but I'm okay with how it ended,
yeah.
and that's it, like, you know how some you just, "I wanna know more." "No, I'm good." The little girl
Yeah, I mean
all the people passed away that were I don't know why Grandma Ruth had to die, but anywho, um, but I kinda do because other mommy as a synopsis says, Bella wasn't giving other mommy what she wanted,
and
and people had to
honestly,
pay.
if yeah, people had to pay, but if grandma was around, she would know that's not her grandchild. Once
Mhm.
other mommy started talking and doing stuff, like, she had her memories, but she was not gonna act like Bella.
Yeah, because other mommy, when they came, she immediately realized, Your lights didn't go out. What's really going on?" Like, she wanted to exorcist, but, you know, none would come because they weren't Catholic. They w you know, they w so you're right, other mommy would have I mean, Grandma Ruth would have detected, this other mommy is still here. This is not
Then that makes me wonder, though, once she's reincarnated in Bella's body, is she powerless? Like, you're a human now, are you powerless? Can you not do the things you were doing before? You're no longer able to haunt and
Mm,
kill because 'cause you're just a silly
you're
eight-year-old
human.
now?
Yeah, and maybe Bella's gonna be other mommy to somebody.
Maybe. I don't know. Well
Mm,
or
mm, mm.
whatever name they need. I feel like she ended up naming herself Other Mommy because Bella needed a mommy.
Mommy. Yeah, I did feel that. I
Yeah.
definitely felt that with that name.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, Josh, I get you. I get you.
Right?
And like I said, it
Uh,
was creepy. I
yeah.
wasn't really scared. I enjoyed the story, the layers, the different interpretations that people can get from that. I believe this is probably gonna be a really great book club discussion,
Mhm.
because I can't wait to hear everyone's interpretation of what they felt Other Mommy was and who died and who didn't. I can't wait.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's gonna definitely I agree with you with the conversation. I think people are gonna have really interesting thoughts on this.
Mhm.
And guess what? It's not too late for you to join us over on the Book Clubs app. So if you read this book and you wanna discuss with some other people, come on over. Come on over. Join right
Join us.
away. Right, right.
Yes.
You cannot come into our hearts, though. We will not allow, but you can come into the group.
Yeah, now there's some things that's just not gonna happen.
It's not we're friends, but we ain't those kind of friends.
Nope.
But, yeah, I
Nope.
think it'd be a fun conversation, because I know I had a good time talking about it, and I know
Yeah.
there's lots probably that I haven't even contemplated yet.
Yeah. Yeah, again,
Yeah.
that's why book club is so good, fun because somebody will say like even during this conversation and you said something and it's just something click like, "You know what? You're right. I really like that
Mhm.
commentary," or yeah, so I can't wait to
Yeah,
discuss it with more than just us.
I think that this was a strong pick, and I definitely will read more by Josh Mallerman, I think. If he has something new come out, I think
Mhm.
I'll give it a try. I'll give it
Okay.
another try. I'm not gonna go back and read Bird Box because I know that story,
Yeah.
but going forward, I'd
Yeah.
definitely give him another go. What
That's
about
how I am
you?
too. If I watched a movie, I'm not going back. I think I will. I think I will because now um I get like, I understand his writing. I believe I understand.
Mhm,
And then with Bird Box and I said I was bored with the movie,
mhm.
maybe if I had read the book first, maybe I would have gotten but still movies and books are always different. But I think after reading this, I think I could, delve into another one
Yeah.
of his books.
Okay, well, it's time. Let's rate incidents around the house.
Gave it a 4.
Same, it's a strong 4, it's a
It
strong
is,
4.
it is.
I wouldn't even yeah, no need for halves, it's a 4. I
Mhm.
would recommend it if you want something a little bit creepy, but not, like, overkill, you won't be like, "I can't sleep," but it will definitely give you a
Yeah.
little bit of the creeps,
Yeah. And
and
please
yeah,
do it on if you like audio, and if you don't still, please do it on the audio. This young narrator, she's 17, but she sounds just like she's 18 an
yeah,
eight-year-old.
yeah.
Phenomenal.
She sound you could tell, like, when the timidness coming out in her voice at times, the unsureness. She's very, like, you could tell when she was upset.
I hope she got an award for something because
Yeah,
this young lady is awesome.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
you could tell when the mother was talking to her, the father was talking to
Yes,
her.
exactly.
So, yeah, it was very good.
Very trained. Her voice I went and looked her up on Audible to see but she does mostly, children's books. I was like, "Let's see if she reads," or, maybe she, uh, co-narrates with somebody else, but I didn't do a full look at her, catalog, but
Mhm.
gosh, if you can, please do the audio.
Yeah, I recommend as well. Very
Mhm.
good.
Yep.
Okay, so on the after show, we are going to talk about some fun stuff. We've got some fall slash mood TV shows and movies to talk about. So if you're curious about that, you'll need to join us on Patreon or one of the other premium options and head on over and give us a listen. So I think that's it for today. It was a great conversation. We appreciate you for listening to the entire episode, and we'll
Yes.
catch you in the next one. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye, guys. Did you enjoy today's episode? If so, please head over to Apple Podcast or Spotify and leave a positive 5-star review. It's a simple action that makes a big difference. You can also like this episode on your favorite podcast player or share it with your fellow bookworm friends on social media. Joining the Shelf Addiction Patreon family is another way to support us. For as little as $2 a month, you can help our team create even more amazing bookish content. If Patreon isn't your thing, consider becoming a supporter on the Spreaker app for just $5 a month and gain access to exclusive audio-only content. You can find me everywhere, including Instagram, X, and TikTok under the handle Shelf Addiction. Join our book club of the same name on the book club's website and app, where we discuss all things bookish and more in a safe space. The Shelf Addiction podcast is a part of the Nerdy Maven Network. Thanks for tuning in.